Greetings, my name is Hamilberg and welcome back to my Let's Play of Defense Grid 2. We've been working on challenge modes for Overlook on Elite, and we've already done Frozen Core, which is one of the hardest, no red towers, as well as, I think we did Super Grinder as well. I think I'd like to do one more before moving on to the next story mode. Looking for one that is going to be interesting. I'm kind of intrigued by the out of bullets one. We've been relying very heavily on the tachyon bullet gun turrets to make up the bulk of our maze, provide sort of slow on all the enemies, as well as, I mean, we just got the upgrade for the tower on the last mission. So being able to doing this without gun and cannon towers is going to be kind of tricky. In addition, there are meaningful numbers of shield enemies on this one, so those will be pretty challenging as well. So let's load this up and give it a go. I've experimented a little bit, but don't have a convincing answer. Oh, is the cannon tower that got the tachyon shell upgrade? Okay, well that's gonna be, we'll make use of that. I have a hard time recognizing some of the turrets just from this picture. So, I mean, this is obviously not going to affect us now. I still like the tachyon beam, priority target strongest, plasma ball, and then the Tesla. Okay, let's launch this and see how it goes. So, how do I want to start this? I think that we're going to be using a lot of laser turrets in order to do the bulk of our damage. Interesting, it's not able to shoot over this very effectively. I don't like how many are getting picked up here. Just the reduction to our score on all those enemies is going to be a real problem. What solutions do I have to deal with that, though? Not a lot. Let's back up a few steps and see if we can't try and get a more effective maze route online. Okay, so we're actually prioritizing this back one as it's going to have a better field of fire. At least for this initial stage. Really kind of want to blow this laser, our special weapon early, and get us through the hardest part of this mission with the increased damage from that. Still, look at the number that got through even with that. Yeah, this is challenging. Not having access to the cheap turrets that do damage makes this harder. Okay, we're going with double active laser turrets early on rather than a whole bunch of boost turrets. More damage, less maze. That seems to... we're going to kill that one. That one probably isn't going to die to the ground. Oh, it does. Nice. Again, very tempted to use the special weapon immediately here, just to clean things out. We'll see how this does without using it, though. I like how the burn is just finishing them off as they get towards the back end. Yeah, and having this one here to hit them, to do damage as they're coming in this way, and then just as they're coming back, I think is going to do really well for us. Yeah, so the shield enemies are going to be a problem, and we probably should be thinking about how it is we're going to deal with that right now. Tesla turrets are an option. I prefer meteor turrets as they're more broadly applicable. But we will experiment, see what we come up with. I've been putting an Inferno turret here, and I think it's ultimately just not that useful. We haven't been upgrading it, and really, if you want to be getting mileage out of the Inferno turrets, you need to be upgrading them. So I think we'll try a Tesla turret there, and then we're going to get this boost meteor online. I'm going to foresee no problem with the stealth waves here, so I'm not going to rush to get the disruptor here. All these laser turrets are going to be tremendously effective against the stealth enemies. Let's get our meteor building upgraded. I mean, here I am building it, rushing it for a wave in which we're not going to even be able, it's never going to even attack, but I'm pretty confident that what we've got built right now will be more than sufficient. Yeah, and with good reason. If I was maximizing score, I would have held off building it until now, or at least upgrading it to save the money. This is another good spot, I think, for a Tesla turret. And we're gonna get this boost working. This boost laser, because this is one of our primary damage dealers on our frozen core maze, so we might as well get it up and going. Upgrade our meteor. This tower here has actually been doing a ton of work. Not having the firm requirement that we have to not let them get any cores means we can go with a much lighter touch back here. Which works out well for us. Now, I really wish this was tacking up front here, not on these, there we go. But hopefully it will have sufficient time to do its job. I mean, this is exactly the kind of place where I want the meteor turret, is these tight clusters of enemies that are all being actively slowed and bunched up by the laser towers. And then as soon as the shield cracks, the laser towers are just going to melt them. Yep, there a whole bunch of shields went offline all at once. No, shoot the shields, not these waves. I mean, as soon as they pick up cores and come back through here, the meteor turret will relock onto them, and I think we'll be okay. So let's go with, I mean, this was a high damage dealer, so we're going to keep focusing on getting that one upgraded. This one did do work, so it is worth at least some upgrading. I think we're going to swap, though, and put the disruptor here and the damage boost there, simply based upon what the relative distribution of the damages was between those turrets on our frozen core attempt. We don't have stealth coming for a while. I think it's wave 15 is the decoy wave, which is I think usually the harder one. Let's get our second meteor started. I think this first spiral wave is pretty easy. Just the meteor turrets are so well designed to deal with them, I thought. Oh, man, has it been the gun turrets that do all the works? Been doing all the work all along? Okay, we're gonna back up. Okay, let's get this upgrade going then. This is the decoy wave. We do have our special weapon available to us now, if we end up needing it. I didn't build the disruptor. Correct. Back up just a little bit. Okay, that's going to be dealt with. Let's get the disruptor up so that we can be using these turrets here. I'm going to overcharge this one just as a way to get damage without having a damage increase active there, without having to... Yeah, without having this... the maze back here. I'm really worried about these decoys particularly. They just have so many hit points, and then when they stack, it's just nasty. So let's see what it looks like if we don't use our special weapon. Yeah, these three are just going to get through. Maybe this will... They're going to pick up some, clearly. Backing up a step. We're okay if we just let that go. We're going to do some upgrades there. See, that's the behavior I'm used to seeing, but maybe that's just because the meteor tower relies on hitting so many enemies in order to knock off shields. Yeah, that was dealt with trivially. Okay, there are no more shield enemies coming, so I don't need to worry about that. We have the swarmer waves. I mean, this is the stage at which point it gets easier. We're already past bronze, 3 waves to go. Let's just let it ride. Meteor Tower is doing a ton of work. 70,000 on that one. 88,000. 27. That was very late addition, so unfair comparison. But again, these two turrets being our workhorses, the initially upgraded ones with prime firing positions, like you'd expect. Past silver, we should be very nearly to gold. I think 80,000 is the threshold. Yep, there's the gold mark. Yeah, we're into gold. Just let it run and see if our maze is sufficient to clear it out. This won't be maximizing our score. I should use the turret weapon for that instead. But I'm just kind of interested in seeing how this plays out. We have gold in our pocket. All I need to do is hit backspace once and use the turret weapon, and we're fine. It looks like I won't even need that. that red laser right there doing a ton of work. And there we go, 100,000 score. And here's our gold score again. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me as we continue this Let's Play of Defense Grid 2.